Good morning. Please stand as we welcome the procession of our graduates.
Everyone, please be seated. Good morning. You're all so well trained. I'm Paul Alberto. I have the pleasure of being the Dean of the College of Education and Human Development, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to one of the happiest days of the college calendar. And we hope we don't interrupt cheering. It's a good thing on a day like today. And one of the memorable days of your lives. Joining me on stage today, so to be part of this ceremony, are the Associate Deans of the College of Education and Human Development and the chairs of the various departments of the college. They will each be joining us as we progress through today's ceremony. On behalf of the faculty, I welcome you to this culminating academic ceremony of the college. I did say culminating ceremony. So if you have ever wondered if that day would ever come, today is that day. Like your family and friends, all of us in the college are very proud of your accomplishment and delighted to dedicate this ceremony to you. We are here to affirm these accomplishments for these students whose scholarship has resulted in earning graduate degrees. Degrees! Don't make the dean laugh, he's reading his speech. Degrees which will enable them to engage their profession in greater depth in order to advance their careers or to enter an entirely new field or profession. These accomplishments require dedication to the study of theory and practice in order to become a professional capable of improving the lives of students, clients, families, and the institutions in which you work, or required maturity of character and purpose in order to blend the demands of school and family and to succeed at both. We're going to be acknowledging a variety of people today who helped all these graduates through this journey that they have just completed. And I would like to start this morning by asking the faculty to please stand in representing the help that was provided by the talented faculty of our college. The faculty representatives, please stand. Each year is a way of saying thank you to those who join us working with our schools and various community institutions. We take this opportunity to acknowledge our partners. To make this year's acknowledgments, I would like to introduce Dr. Gwen Benson, Associate Dean for Faculty Development and Partnerships.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to announce the 2019 recipients of the College of Education and Human Development's Partnerships Award. The College of Education and Human Development created the Partnership Award to honor the valuable partnerships that exist between the college and members of the community, and we celebrate these joint efforts to address educational and community challenges and to advance the public good. The first recipient of the 2019 Partnership Award is Global Village Project. This nonprofit organization is accredited as a special purpose middle school, serving refugee students from Clarkston, Georgia, one of the most diverse cities in the nation. Their innovative program was first imagined in 2009 in response to the fact that many teenage refugee girls needed more intensive and individualized support than their siblings. These young women are placed in middle and high schools when they are resettled, even though many of them arrived in the U.S. with pre-K to second grade skills in math and reading. In order to succeed academically and socially in their new home, refugee young women needed a space designed specifically for their needs as older newcomers. With an educational approach that focuses on its students' strengths and resources, Global Village Project supports them in becoming highly successful students and empowered citizens. Would you please turn your attention to the screen for a short video?
My name is Dr. Amy Pellicero, and I'm the head of school at Global Village Project. I completed my doctoral work in the College of Education and Human Development in 2016.
Break the silence all around the world.
I've had the privilege of serving as the head of school since 2013. I started teaching in the school in 2010.
We can't just assume that we will have rights.
We have to know about them and speak up for them all the time.
This is a very unique school. We're actually a nonprofit 501c3, and the nonprofit operates an all-day school for 45 refugee young women. Very shortly after I started my doctoral studies, Dr. Tinker Sachs introduced our class to working with refugees in Clarkston through a refugee family literacy program.
I'm from Central Africa.
I am incredibly grateful for the partnership that we have with Georgia State University. Dr. Gwen Benson at the College of Education and Human Development helped us create that partnership and prepare an MOU for our partnership, and she has fostered that growth. We work with interns from Georgia State University who come in and help our teachers and help our students in the classroom. We also have partnerships with professors at Georgia State. We've also had a number of tours of the university, and that is very powerful for our students. Being new to the country and just starting to think about the possibility of college and what might happen in their future, it's wonderful to be able to see such a diverse campus and all that's available to them. If I could give advice to people who are considering being administrators, principals, or heads of school, I would say, please do it. We really need people who are passionate about education, spending time with students and with families, with the people that you intend to serve, to listen, to make sure that you are meeting them where they are and helping them reach for the things that they want.
Break the silence all around the world. Break the silence in your neighborhood. Break the silence deep inside your heart. Break the silence now.
I'd like to invite Dr. Amy Pellicero, the head of the Global Village School and one of our alums, to join me and Dean Alberto on stage to accept the 2019 Partnership Award.
I will not take very much time. I want to congratulate you all. I remember what it feels like to be in your shoes, and what an amazing day you have made it. And I'm so thankful to have more of you joining us in the tremendous work that we're doing. I just want to say thank you to the College of Education and Human Development for partnering with us, for recognizing the power and importance of our work, for believing in transformation in the world through education, for believing that all students deserve an excellent and equitable education. That really is why Global Village Project exists, to provide equity in education for these young women who have not had the opportunities that others have had. So thank you so much for recognizing us, for working with us, and for believing in what we do. Congratulations to all of you. You made it.
Thank you, Dr. Pellicero. The second recipient of our 2019 Partnership Award is Clayton County Public Schools. From kindergarten through 12th grade, Clayton County Public Schools offers students the best educational program and services. Its school system was the first in Georgia to provide full-time counselors and instructional lead teachers at every school, including elementary schools. Students are offered a challenging curriculum on every grade level. With outstanding elementary schools, middle schools, and high school programs, they produce over 55 bright, well-rounded students a year who are fully capable and prepared to attend college, to move on into business or vocational areas. Clayton County Public Schools is one of the best places to learn. Please turn your attention once again to the screen for another short video. We have had the opportunity to partner with Clayton County over the last 20 years at Georgia State.
We're creating a culture of high performance. And whatever we were 10 years ago, we're not that district today. Whatever we are today, we will not be 10 years from now, because we are actually moving in a way that ensures that all of our students are prepared for post-secondary opportunities.
Over the last several years, through our funded projects, we probably have close to 25 teacher residents who are currently working in Clayton County.
We offered students working in a master's program to be a part of a year-long residency at a school. It was a great partnership between Georgia State and the Clayton County Public Schools, so that they realized the training that they were getting at the college level, not just their content, but the training to help them manage a classroom, to help them help students like they really wanted to.
I just really want teachers to constantly have opportunities to have that support to grow and develop as greater and more highly qualified teachers, so that our students can grow and give back to their communities like I am.
We're trying to come up with new opportunities to partner with Clayton County, such activities as the New Gates Grant for professional learning in middle school math.
So it's a partnership between Clayton County Public Schools, Georgia State University, and Curricular Associates. And through that partnership, the expectation is that we are going to provide our teachers with intensive, comprehensive, and job-embedded support that will help them with the implementation of this quality research curriculum that we have. Dr. Beasley is very intentional about building partnerships and including the community as part of how we educate our students.
We graduated over 3,000 students. A large number of those students went to Georgia State University. And you know why I encourage them to take full advantage of Georgia State University? Because of the graduation rate when it comes to students who look like the students who come from Clayton County Public Schools. That is important to us, that our students go to post-secondary universities that appreciate them, that provide them the support that they need in order to not just start the journey, but to earn that college degree. It just does my heart good to know I'm in good company, that I have individuals who understand the work that we're doing, who value the work that we're doing, who recognize that it's not easy work, but they're willing to walk alongside us to help us get the work done.
I'd like to invite Dr. Maurice Beasley, Superintendent of the Clayton County Public Schools, to join Dean Alberto and me on stage to accept the 2019 Partnership Award.
Congratulations again, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benson. Well, Dr. Benson, Dr. Alberto, I'm really here to hire some of your graduates. I just want you to know that. So we got a table out there. I got some jobs, some health insurance, a retirement, the best in the state and the nation. I just want all of you to know we're very proud of you. Congratulations. We've been there, and I know it's a relief, isn't it? Congratulations. I'm sure your families appreciate you. You should appreciate yourself, and your community appreciates you. Our community is a lot better when the more of us are educated and positioned to lift the entire community. We appreciate all of you, too. Again, Dean Alberto, Dr. Benson, thank you for this honor. I accept it on behalf of the team. I want the team to stand. Dr. Lee, Dr. Clark, Miss Gray, Miss Wallace, Miss Janetta Greenwood. They're the team. Terry, thank you all. All I do is show up to make the video. That's all I do. These are the ones that do the work, and they're doing the work on behalf of our 55,000 children. I'll just say that Clayton County is moving in a direction that makes me proud. We're a community, a school system in transformation. We are redesigning our entire school system to be a culture that creates high performance in every school. You should know that whatever you have heard about us, we are not the same school system. It is a different place. It's a different community. And our students, we're so proud. We have 2 of the nation's top 50 high schools right in Clayton County, if you did not know that. So we're excited about the work that we're doing, and our partnership only expands the work. Our students, you should know, will be taking all of our 8th graders in 2 years. We'll be taking algebra because of this partnership. 80% of our 9th graders, as I stand here today, are in advanced placement, with the goal of 100% as we go over the next several years. It's a community in transformation because of Georgia State University. Let's give Georgia State University a hand. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're excited about both of our partnerships awards, so let's give a great round of applause for both of our partnerships. Thank you.
I know where I'm working when I retire. I was a special ed teacher for many years, and I'll bet there are still special ed openings, even in Clayton County. It is my pleasure now to introduce to you your commencement speaker. Dr. Gertrude Tinker Sachs is chair of the Department of Middle and Secondary Education and of the Faculty of English as a Second Language and Language and Literacy. She was selected department chair in 2015 and became the first person of color to serve as chair of a department in the College of Education and Human Development. Dr. Tinker Sachs's research focuses on inquiry-oriented teacher professional development through culturally responsive literacy pedagogies in English as a first or additional language. She's the author or co-author of 5 books, including Critical Mass in the Teacher Education Academy, Symbiosis and Diversity, and Action Research in English Language Teaching. She is the founding editor of the international interdisciplinary journal Tradewinds, is senior editor of the State Journal for Teaching English as a Second Language, and an editor of the journal Ubiquity. She is engaged in community building through her partnerships in Atlanta with Refugee Family Services, Rainbow Housing Authority, and is co-director of the Children's Choir at the Basilica of the Sacred Heart. Dr. Tinker Sachs sees herself as a critical international intercultural teacher educator. She has collaborative research projects with colleagues across the United States and in countries including the Bahamas, Canada, Hong Kong, and Thailand. She is the project director for several projects, including fostering the development of dialogic communities of practice in the Bahamas since 2009. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the podium your speaker for this morning, Dr. Gertrude Tinker Sachs.
Break the silence all around the world. Break the silence all around the world. My commendations to those of you that got awards today. Congratulations, Amy and Clayton County. This is the work that we do. In preparing for this talk, I did some research on the context of this place. I looked up information on the Rialto. The Rialto is a century-old theater situated in the heart of the popular Fairleigh and Poplar district in Atlanta since 1916, 10 years after the Atlanta race riots, also known as the Atlanta Massacre. The Rialto was originally called the Piedmont Theater and used to be the Southeast's largest movie theater with some 925 seats. In 1962, the old building was torn down and a new one was built. It was closed down in 1989 and acquired by Georgia State University in 1991 and refurbished with 833 seats. My questions as I researched were, who owned and built the Piedmont Theater? Who performed here? Who were the patrons? And who benefited from this place? So I begin this talk by recognizing and calling to mind the people who came before us, the Creek and Chattahoochee indigenous peoples, and those of African and European descent, and all other peoples who were here or removed from here, willingly or unwillingly. Can you see them right now and feel their presence? Your question to me might be, what does this have to do with us on this most auspicious occasion? It has everything to do with us, all of us in this room, especially you, the graduating class of 2019, and to whom I am especially addressing these remarks. And I do this. Do this, everyone. Can you do this? Let me see you. That means that we are all interconnected, and it is about our interconnectivity that I wish to speak today. Those who came before us bequeath us a legacy, and our task is to determine what we will do with the legacy that we have inherited in the work we do to make the world a better place. I thank Dean Alberto for the opportunity to share some thoughts with you, and I recognize Hillary and the student helpers in MSE who helped to locate the pictures that I will use in this talk. As I played with the themes for this talk, I finally settled on being the first. Why did I choose this theme? Because Georgia State University has a lot of first-generation college graduates. But I do recognize that not everyone here is the first to graduate from college. You may be the first to do something or be someone different in your family, in your community, in your workplace. And I dedicate this talk to my grandmother, who brought me up and drilled in my head that it wasn't book learning that got you through the world, but manners and respect. Oh boy. I was a 16-year-old girl, and she had to drill that in me because I did have some back talk in my mouth. My grandmother worked as a maid at the Sheraton British Colonial Hotel, now the Hilton Hotel in downtown Nassau in the Bahamas, where I'm from. And she was a proud woman who named me after her mother. And while I was not the first teacher in the family, I am the first with a doctoral degree. So what does it mean to be first? Those of you who are firstborn know that you occupy a very special place. Those of you who are the first to graduate in your family with a master's or doctoral degree know that you hold a very special place. And if you are the first to graduate with a degree in a special field like learning sciences, or early elementary and elementary education, or middle and secondary education, or communication sciences and disorders, or counseling and psychological services, or educational policy, or kinesiology and health, You are also in a very special place. Do you agree with me? But even if none of these describe you, maybe you will be the first to do something else. What could that be? You could be the first in. Think of the gaps in your family, amongst your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, in your local or state community, or nationally, or even internationally. What could you be the first in doing, or making, or contributing? I think of the song that your children were singing, Amy. All around the world, break the silence. Remember that while being the first is a very special place, it comes with special responsibilities as well as challenges. What are those responsibilities? Some might be compelled to say or to think about or plow ahead and not even look back. But I have made it, so let me move on. No, my friends, that's not my message today. Let me move on, but keep looking back and going back to the place from whence you've come. Do this. Stick your hands behind you. Can everybody do that? Put your hand behind you, like this, as far back as you can go. There is someone there who needs to be pulled along with you. Here in the College of Education and Human Development, we are about moving lives forward. Say it, moving lives forward. Moving lives forward. Say it again with energy, moving lives forward. Moving lives forward. That's it. Remember our interconnectedness and moving lives forward. Your family, your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, others locally, nationally, or internationally. Remember, we are all interconnected. So reach behind and pull someone with you. So let's see what others have done to provide examples for us. Maria Hinojosa, she's one of the first Latinas to be on the news and the radio. And she has been named as one of the 100 most influential Hispanics by Hispanic Business Magazine because she did not move ahead alone. She carried a whole group with her, the nation, moving lives forward. And then we have Maria Montessori, who established the first Montessori school for children with a range of learning disabilities. Today, there are more than 4,000 Montessori schools in the United States and 20,000 around the world, moving lives forward. And then there is Otto Fong, a Singaporean secondary school teacher who came out as a gay man, the first to do so in Singapore, leading the fight and conversations on LGBTQ rights. And then there is Tom Whitaker, who climbed Mount Everest, the first disabled man to do so, thus creating the impetus for intense outdoor activities for other disabled people to climb Mount Everest, moving lives forward. And there is Dave Stevens, who is the first athlete without lower limbs to play professional baseball, moving lives forward. And there is 6-year-old Ruby Bridges, known as the first African American to integrate an all-white school in the South. And she became the first of many. That's our interconnectedness. Another example here is Helen Keller, humanitarian and activist who became the first deaf-blind student to graduate with a BA, and she inspired so many others to follow suit. Thomas Gallaudet created the first American school for the deaf, and today up to 6,000 have graduated, and other schools have established, with one right here in Georgia, moving lives forward. Mary Whitten Calkins, identified as a woman and who was denied acceptance into the psychology department at Harvard University, but she went on to become the first female president of the American Psychology Association. And since that time to now, there have been 15 more. And I just read a piece by Barack Obama. He's somewhere in Singapore saying that we need more female leaders because women lead in a different way. Yay. Moving lives forward. And then we have Laurel Cavasso, the first Latino Secretary of Education in the United States. He brought attention to the education policies that discriminated against Latinx children, moving lives forward. And last but not least, we have Tyler Perry, the first Black American to own a film studio located right here in Atlanta, Georgia. He has brought jobs to hundreds and impacted millions. That's our interconnectedness. In the interest of time, I could not tell the full story of those whom I have called, and we may not have the same degree of influence that they have. But you do have influence in your family, community, and in your workplaces. Let's take myself as a small example. In my family, I am the educator. It means ensuring that the next generation stays on track. So in 2 weeks, I will be in the Bahamas, and you know I have 4 nephews, and they know Auntie Gertrude is waiting to see their report cards. Some people are not going to be so happy. And then last week, a colleague and I were at a community resource room here in Atlanta working with kids about creating bilingual textbooks, comic books, in response to a text we had read. And we had one child repeat the phrase, "I am bilingual." She said it so softly. And I kept saying, "Say it, I am bilingual. I am bilingual." I wanted her to realize the power behind bilingualism, and the others too to realize that they too can become bilingual. Being a first means too that you must not ever stop learning and being open to learning, because this is the way you will keep motivated. Being open to new ideas, new people around you, and new understandings. And then there are the challenges. People will gossip about you, saying that, "Who do you think you are? You're a show-off," that kind of talk. I remember one of the first few weeks as a young teacher, I went to the staff room with my lunch to have a quiet place to eat. I learned very early that it was not a quiet place, but a place of gossip and destructive talk. I decided early then that if I wanted to maintain my spirit and a positive outlook, I should not inhabit toxic places and hang around negative people. And people did talk about me. I was a much happier person staying in my classroom. Remember, there will be many negative forces working against you, trying to pull you down and set you back. Go to places of reinforcements and affirmations, and you will be able to survive in your quest to move lives forward and to build on the legacies that you have been bequeathed for the greater good. As a first or path setter, you will also be challenged to continue to grow and not to stagnate. You have made it, yes? Yes? You have made it this far. But life is not over. Rather, it is the beginning from this moment on. Therefore, I encourage you not to stagnate. Do not rest on your laurels, but to continue to move your life forward in the lives of those in your circle of influence. And this is potentially everyone you meet. After all, you are obligated to, 1, set an example as the first. 2, recognize our interconnectivity and further extending the ripples in the water. And 3, move lives forward by bringing those from behind with you. Remember, you have been bequeathed a legacy. If you did not know it before, you know it now. What will you do with it? Build on it to make a difference, or ignore it? Be the first in your family, community, or workplace to make a difference with the degree that you are receiving today for the greater good. Remember, we are all interconnected. So let's move lives forward. Congratulations and all the best in your quest.
Gertrude. Ladies and gentlemen, Gertrude Tinker Sachs. You listen to Gertrude for 10 minutes and you understand the richness of the education that students get when they come to this college. We are so proud of her and the faculty who bring that kind of commitment and spirit to the education we provide. But now, let's move on to the business at hand. As I call forward our graduates, you will see the breadth and depth of our college. Graduates are members of Georgia's Corps of elementary and secondary teachers across ages, content, and special needs. They will advance as administrators in schools and school districts. They are counselors, educational and school psychologists. They will be speech-language therapists, educational researchers, and learning technologists. They will work in the fields of exercise science and sports administration. Now, if all of they will please stand up and we will confer the degree. By virtue of the authority delegated to me by the President of Georgia State University and the authority vested by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I hereby confer upon you and each of you the degree described in the official records of these commencement proceedings with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. It is our pleasure now to recognize each of you. We will call your name. You will take the stage, probably do a little bow. We will shake your hand, and we will take many, many pictures. We're going to start today by awarding the doctoral hoods to our graduates earning the Doctor of Education degree. This degree is the highest award for practitioners in education disciplines. It is designed to meet the professional needs of those whose career goals include leading in a wide range of educational and community agencies. To help with the hooding, please welcome Walt Thompson, Associate Dean for Graduate Education and Research.
We invite Dr. Gertrude Tinkersacks, Chair of the Department of Middle and Secondary Education, to join Dr. Alberto on stage. Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Adrienne Denise Dunmeyer, Major Professor, Dr. Golneksar Muhammad. Sonia Michelle Howard, Major Professor, Dr. Natalie King. Kamaria Shauri Webb, Major Professor, Dr. Michelle Zoss. We now invite Dr. Jennifer Esposito, Interim Chair of the Department of Educational Policy Studies, to join Dr. Alberto on stage. Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership, Kenneth Zeff. Major Professor, Dr. Christina Brzica. Join us in a round of applause for the Doctor of Education degree candidates.
And now we will award the various master's degrees from the departments.
We now invite Dr. Julie Washington, Chair of the Department of Communication Sciences and Disorders, to the stage. Master of Science in Communication Sciences and Disorders, Noel Baldwin. Adrian Murray. Whitley Tucker. Please give a round of applause to the degree candidates from the Department of Communication Sciences and Disorders. Now joining Dr. Alberto on stage, Dr. Nancy Schaefer, Clinical Associate Professor in the Department of Early Childhood and Elementary Education. Master of Arts in Creative and Innovative Education, Hannah Alexander. Maria Prieto. Yushi Chen. Heike Dennis. Master of Arts in Teaching and Elementary Education, Nicole Robbins. Louis Amodia. Judy Fiecher. Jasmine Gaunt. Corey Gray. Amanda Huey. Brooke St. James. Gina Gim. Khadija Williams. Crystal Pig. Ashley Rattray. Brittany Waltz. Joyce Benzie. Rachel Roseman. Charlotte Cloyd. Master of Education in Elementary Education, Jasmine Smith. Marion Smith. Temilolua Fian Ojo. Jamesia Folson. Join us in a round of applause for all of the degree candidates from the Department of Early Childhood and Elementary Education. We invite Dr. Jennifer Esposito, Interim Chair of the Department of Educational Policy Studies, to join Dr. Alberto on stage. Specialist in Education and Educational Leadership, Jatisha Marsh. Master of Education and Educational Leadership, Manika Smith. Claudine Miles. Belinda Terry. Thomas Dixon. F. Franklin Murray Abraham Ford. Master of Science in Educational Research, Jessica Snellings. Master of Science in Social Foundations of Education, Dia Clark. Join us again as we celebrate all of the degree candidates from the Department of Educational Policy Studies. I would like to invite Dr. Jacqueline Lund, Interim Chair of the Department of Kinesiology and Health, to join Dr. Alberto on stage. Master of Arts in Teaching in Health and Physical Education, Ava Hanks. Catherine McNutt. Arquavius Scott. Master of Science in Sport Administration, Amanda Bremer. Laura Jordan. Amanda Hawkins. Nathaniel Anthony Johnson. Colin Gascoigne. Kelly McKay. Garrett Webb. Beth Van Fleet. Join us as we give a round of applause to all of the degree candidates from the Department of Kinesiology and Health. Now joining Dr. Alberto on the stage, Dr. Brendan Calandra, Chair of the Department of Learning Sciences. Master of Arts in Teaching in Special Education, Torian Welch. Rachel Park. Lauren Mobley. Amanda Wilson. Sarah Clower O'Connor. Hannah Williams. Satara Ferguson Newton. Jennifer Lima. Melanie Gober. Jazze Smith. Tiffany Gill. Ebony Jones. Marcus Lorenzo Huri, Crest Ed Scholar. Jessica DeMarco. Jessica Foster. Francis Harville. Amber Carey, Crest Ed Scholar. Anita Jones. Master of Science in Applied Behavior Analysis, Jasmine Armstrong. Candace Hughes. Destiny Todd. Courtney Lark. Maria Nix. Nikita Harjani. Jessica Bernstein. Danielle Ducharme. Melanie Magazine. Api Farouzi, Master of Science in Educational Psychology. Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology, Shamika Bailey. Michael Carter. Yolanda Thomas Cease. Walla Compton. Randy Terry. Christine Dixon. Brooke Jones. Marissa Simon. Ryan Rice. Tomika Evans. Kelsha Lee Cutts. Charles Carl Dixon III. Dijon Cousins. Jesse Regalato. Nicholas Wright. Sandy Gamino. Susmita Devasetti. Lakshi Samaladika Maragula. Let's give a round of applause to all of the degree candidates from the Department of Learning Sciences. We now invite Dr. Gertrude Tinker-Sachs, Chair of the Department of Middle and Secondary Education, to join Dr. Alberto on stage. Master of Arts in Teaching in English to Speakers of Other Languages, Melanie Ford, Crest Ed Scholar. Daniela Bass, Crest Ed Scholar. Hymanat Holly, Crest Ed Scholar. Master of Arts in Teaching in Middle Level Education, Sophia Sharp. Mariel Onyechi. Gale Ale Alaso, Crest Ed Scholar. Master of Arts in Teaching in Science Education, James Cross. Master of Arts in Teaching in Social Studies Education, Anthony Todd Cook. Master of Education in Literacy Education, Julia Webb. Elena Odom. Ed Kearney. Rebecca Laudell. Master of Education in Mathematics Education, Phoenicia Cummings. Nicholas Boone. Elise Turnipseed. Shaishue Keaton. Master of Education in Reading, Language, and Literacy Education, Ashley Howington. Sarah Wisenhunt Bentley. Amber Riffle. Please, let's give a round of applause to the degree candidates from the Department of Middle and Secondary Education.
All right, once more for all of them, please. All right, in the last few minutes, you have passed from being students to being alumni. Don't get so excited. Eventually, I ask you for a check. So it's fitting that best wishes are extended by our alumni president, Dr. LaTanya Brown.
Good morning. Greetings, Dean Alberto, other distinguished guests, faculty, staff, parents, and last, but certainly not least, the fall 2019 graduates of the College of Education and Human Development. Just wow! What an accomplishment! This year, when asked to speak, I thought about, for a quick moment, revisiting one of my previous speeches. Then it occurred to me, this is a unique group, one that will never occur again because you are the omega of a decade, and your commencement today is the culmination of your academic success. Therefore, my charge to you today is to encourage you to not let this be the end of your relationship with Georgia State University. Instead, let this attainment be the beginning of a new relationship as you go from being student to alumni. As a recent graduate, joining the Alumni Association allows you to stay connected, not only to Georgia State University, but the College of Education and Human Development as well. And trust me, we are family. We want you to not only be a member, but an active member. So if you join within the next 18 months, you will only pay $20 for the year. What a deal. Additionally, alumni membership will allow you to continue to show your Panther pride, because in life we know it's not about the pieces, but how they work together. Let's stay together. As I close, know that we are proud of you. And remember, success is not an accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing and learning to do. And I hope we have taught you well here at the Real GSU. FSU.
Before I let you go, I need to say some public thank yous to Laurie Faustino, who read all the names, and to Angela Turk, Claire Miller, Nicola Allen, and their team who were here before the rain stopped very early this morning to make sure we could do this ceremony for you. And now, graduates, you are set on your professional path with new knowledge and skills. It is our hope for you that time and experience will temper knowledge into wisdom, and that wisdom guides the manner in which you lead your professional and personal lives. Come and visit us often. We are all part of the same family. We all please rise while we all platform party recedes. I think we have music.